Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Datazero. This is your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence when buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go and hop into charts, facts, data showing you what is going on for today. Now we're going to be looking at the meme stocks, and we'll look at the overall stock market and cryptocurrency. Even if you don't hold SPY or trade SPY, you might want to watch the overall stock market outlook as it does affect the meme stocks. Now, again, we're getting that movement to the upside that I did predict. I told you guys that we're going to be seeing a green week here for AMC and GME. RSI is trending up. Bollinger Bands are getting tight here for AMC. As you guys can see, green MACD 4-hour time frame for AMC. Green MACD 4-hour time frame for GME. RSI trending up above the blue medium line. Bands are tight. This is an indication that a move is coming and a big move is coming since the bands are tight. We're above the blue medium line with green MACD. That's an indication that the move will most likely be to the upside. I believe that GameStop is going to be pushing up to a price target of at least $23 this week. And I believe AMC is going to be pushing up to a price target of at least $3. In order for AMC to push up to this $3 price target, we need to see AMC break and hold $2.90. That way it can go up and fill this gap fill which it created today, which goes to $2.92 to $2.93. If you do see it go up for this gap fill up to $2.92 to $2.93, most likely it's going to start pushing towards $3, and that is why I believe a $3 price target is going to be hit here for AMC this week. If we do manage to hit $3 and break and hold that, we could see a decent pop to the upside. So I am very interested to see if we're able to do this. And again, if GameStop similarly is able to break and hold $23, which is my price target for this week, you're going to see a nice pop to the upside here for GME. We were absolutely on point for the live stream. I go live all the time, so make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. That way you guys can get those live updates and predictions. You guys can see that GME popped to the upside after breaking above 22.31, which I said it would do. Similar to this, if we're able to break 22.66 and hold that level, you're going to see a pop to the upside towards $22.80 and possibly $23, hitting that price target that I am looking for. GME looks really bullish, and I think GME is going to start pushing up and help carrying AMC to the upside. You guys can see that if we go to the 1-hour time frame, we actually have a buy signal here on the super trend, looking very bullish here on the 4-hour time frame as far as the Bollinger Bands are concerned, with the bands being tight with the green MACD and above blue medium line. So this is an indication that GME is going to continue to the upside, also breaking out of that overall falling wedge. I told you guys GME is bottoming, and we're going to get that green week, and this is exactly what we are seeing. Now, we do have one problem with the meme stocks that we do have to worry about, and guys, it's probably share lending where they're getting this from. Adam Aaron may be lending his shares out. But also, guys, just make sure that you are not lending your shares out. It's up to you what you want to do. You can make money that way. But if you lend your shares out and a squeeze happens, it might have some liquidity issues where you couldn't sell or have trouble selling. And also, lending your shares out directly affects the apes, as you would be selling or using your shares to short the meme stock. So again, not something that you most likely want to do, but again, you can make some money that way. Right now, what we're looking at here as far as AMC is concerned, again, we do have that issue of a lot of short shares. 9.8 million short shares here at time of recording. I repeat, 9.8 million short shares here for AMC. And as far as GME is concerned, we have 10 million short shares, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, 10 million short shares. They're sitting on these short shares, and they are dumping heavy, dumping up to 2 million short shares at a time here, or 2 million plus, as you guys can see, going from 10 million down to 8.4, 8.3, and then back up to 10 million. So they are holding on to these shares. Maybe they're expecting some more upside. I'm expecting more upside. You guys can see if we go ahead and look at the options chain, there is stacked calls over puts, so there's more calls than puts, as you guys can see here. Also, if we go ahead and look at the cost of borrow is not really moving. We should see cost of borrow start to go up soon, and we definitely want cost of borrow go up. But right now, they're just able to get shares for the low, and I just got to keep it 100 with you guys. It is what it is. They're able to get these shares for the low, and this is definitely a problem. Cost of borrow sitting at 0.46% here for GameStop with that 10 million short shares, and AMC sitting at 9.8 million short shares at cost of borrow at 0.55%. So this is huge. Cost of borrow actually coming down as the shorting volume is coming up. This white candles right here that you see, that is the shorting volume. I'm expecting cost of borrow to eventually go up, but right now, again, they're just able to get those shares for the low. Could be from share lending. Could be from other nefarious means, maybe them creating tokens. They've done that in the past. But as of right now, if I had to guess, it would probably be share lending, but we don't have a lot of proof right now. But I am looking into the matter and seeing what's going on. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. I also go live all the time, giving you guys those live predictions and updates as well. Fundamentals for the company are sound, in my personal opinion, both of the meme stocks. I did another video, which is going to be dropping Friday. Make sure you check out this video where I literally go to AMC and show you guys how many people are there. This video, I think, is even better and shows way more people. I don't want to spoil the video, but it's absolutely wild, so make sure you guys check that out. That's going to be dropping Friday. We also have AMC earnings dropping August 11th, so be ready for that. Those earnings should actually be good based off everything I'm seeing here, the numbers I'm seeing here in the box office, and actually next earnings should also be good as well. So that could go in our favor. Obviously, they're going to want to attack us on earnings. I'm not going to do earnings predictions now, but when we do get closer to earnings, I will give you guys some earnings prediction and updates. GME is sitting on a ton of cash. GME is also profitable, and GME is also sitting on over 4,000 Bitcoin, and they are in profit on that position as they bought Bitcoin as it was making the overall run to the upside that we are seeing it make now. So again, fundamentals very, very strong. I believe GME is undervalued. Once GME breaks and holds $23, you could see a pop up towards the gap fill, and the gap fill is where things could get interesting. Gap fill starts at 24.84 and goes to 28.47. And this is where you could see GME start to push up rapidly. But I think that we basically came down to a liquidity zone for GME. We're bottoming. We're going to start to move up. And I believe AMC is also bottoming, breaking out of this overall falling wedge. And it's going to start to move up. And we're going to get that green week. And it looks like we're on track for that. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME, the meme stocks. Let's go ahead and move into SPY in the overall market. Show you guys what's going on there. So again, AMC and GME kind of moving up with the overall market. Stocks absolutely pumping as predicted. Guys, we filled the gap fill right away. I told you that gap fill was the price target. The gap got filled today. So congratulations to anybody who played calls and was able to play that upside. As that was a target. We did call that out in the Discord, so anybody in the day trade chat paying attention, I called it out bright and early that the gap was going to get filled. You were going to see a movement to the upside, calls us to play. People are asking me, would I be shorting now? Again, I don't give financial advice, but as a trader, this is not the time to be shorting, in my personal opinion, until we do see a confirmation of downside. I would want to see SPY lose 631 even and use that as resistance to really give me confirmation of downside. What I think we're actually going to see is SPY and NASDAQ push a little bit higher. You guys can see that NASDAQ still has a little bit of the gap left, and I did predict that we would go up higher as well, kind of consolidate and then pull back. So I really want to see how SPY reacts once the gap is filled on NASDAQ. We could push a little bit higher before pulling back, but I think that the top potentially is in for the market. I don't think we're actually going to rally up to a new all-time high, especially if the tariffs go into effect, which everything's supposed to be settled here August 7th, here towards the end of this week. So we're going to see what's really going on with that. As far as data drops are concerned, we don't have a lot of data drops this week. The only thing going on is going to be happening tomorrow at 10 a.m., which is the ISM PMI numbers. That's going to be at 10 a.m., causing some volatility, so be ready for that. But I think the overall market's pretty much going to push up. And NASDAQ's going to push up, filling this gap, and that's going to take SPY higher. Okay, so SPY is going to go up a little bit higher before pulling back, in my personal opinion. Probably like 633, 634 at least. Okay, you're going to see SPY push up as NASDAQ goes up to fill that gap. And then I think we could see a correction down later on down the road. but I think SPY is going to push higher before correcting down, in my personal opinion, as NASDAQ comes up to fill this rest of this gap and then potentially like flirts around up there and then starts to pull back. But overall, it's looking like we're on track with what I was saying for SPY in the overall market, that we're going to see a little bit of bullishness on Monday, Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday around that time, start to see some bearishness, start to see some downside. So right now, everything's looking good. We are tracking, and I'm expecting upside towards like 633, 634 for SPY, and then we'll probably start to pull back from there. You'll probably see a little bit of upside here pre-market, drop down, find a bottom, and then be able to continue up. I would not be shorting SPY until it lost key levels. We did make a gap fill to the downside, so I don't think we're out of the clear here. I think we will pull back, in my personal opinion, but I don't think we're ready for that pullback just yet. I think we're going to see a little bit more recovery before we do see that downside. So this is what we're looking at for SPY. Absolutely crushed it today on the live stream. You guys can see all of these dotted lines here, reclaiming my crown as the SPY king. So if you guys want those SPY predictions and call outs live, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, put the bell notification on, and check out my live streams. All right, so guys, let's move into the overall crypto market. I just want to point out that real quick that Apple has been able to hold up after the earnings, but Amazon has been getting absolutely slammed. So again, these are some other signs the market is showing cracks. And I did see an article where they said companies that don't perform well on earnings are going to get punished, and we are seeing that. So let's just keep an eye on things. Again, you don't want to get too crazy, but I think the market is coming to a possible top, and it's definitely starting to show cracks at the very least. And if Trump tariffs go into play, we're going to see some pullback, in my personal opinion. So let's go ahead and go into Bitcoin and crypto, show you guys what's going on with that, and then we will wrap up this video. So again, the Trump tariffs are going to be affecting stocks and crypto. They do bring the dollar down, so we did see the dollar drop a little bit, so that is helping some crypto return. You guys can see right around the Trump tariffs being announced, 8-1, you guys can see this drop to the downside here, to the dollar. Now that is helping Bitcoin recover. Bitcoin tracking perfectly with my prediction here. If Bitcoin's able to break above this orange sloping resistance, we could see a nice pop to the upside towards that 125K price target. XRP returning back to the upside. XRP up on the day right now. We're seeing gains across the board. XRP, altcoins, Bitcoin, so crypto's definitely returning. Ethereum looks nasty, ladies and gentlemen, with this overall macro accumulation breakout. Looks like it's going to go for my 4.2, 4.5 price target. Again, possible pathway for the XRP ETF. If XRP gets its ETF, it's absolutely going to explode to my $4 price target. I've been very, very, very accurate on crypto. Crypto is now getting legislation in its favor. This is extremely bullish, and this is mass adoption happening right in front of our eyes. Crypto is a huge, major opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. I was literally just talking to somebody at the pool about it. They said they want to get into cryptocurrency. Right now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. In my personal opinion, crypto dips are for buying. I think Ethereum is going to be moving towards 4.2, 4.5K, which I did tweet about here. As you guys can see, it is being accumulated by whales and hedge funds, BlackRock, but also Bitcoin, BlackRock ETF absolutely taking off. Ethereum breaking out, retesting, sloping support and resistance as support. Very, very, very bullish to see Ethereum potentially go for a new all-time high, especially if Bitcoin's able to maintain like this 110, 115K region, which it looks like it's going to be able to do. Again, Fractal says we might pull back, but as long as we stay above 110, 115K, you're going to see a push to the upside, especially if we break back above the sloping support and resistance here. We would have to get back to like 120K to really see a clean break above that sloping support and resistance. Make sure you guys follow me, though, because this is in play, and I do have this prediction here, and it is tracking very, very well. V-shaped recovery here on Ethereum. Again, Ethereum looking extremely good. coming back to the upside towards 3.8K. Also, Cardano ADA doing nice as well, up over 2.5% at 75 cents. Also following my macro prediction as well. I think ADA is going to consolidate and push up towards $1.25. Key altcoins like ADA, XRP, Ethereum are on my watch list, as I do think that the crypto market is maturing and we are seeing cryptos currencies with fundamentals start to really perform and actually outperform coins that are more like based on meme coins or just community coins. We're starting to see things like XRP really make their moves, Bitcoin really make the moves, ADA, Polygon, Algorand, Sol, key coins like that that really have fundamentals and technicals behind them are really starting to make a move. So I think the crypto market is definitely maturing. Again, you can always find those outliers of a coin doing 100%, some rare coin or some low cap coin. There's always going to be stuff like that. But me personally, especially for long-term investing, I'm looking at top projects. Again, BTC, if it makes this move above the sloping support and resistance, you're probably going to see a move towards 120, 125K, and that would definitely have altcoins go crazy. I'm waiting to see if this ETF comes for XRP. It would be huge if it was like a BlackRock ETF. That'd be absolutely massive. But XRP also getting a V-shaped style recovery. Breaking above the sloping support and resistance is huge for XRP. That means its overall downtrend that we've been in since hitting the all-time high of $3.66 is over. And that means there's a chance that we're actually going to come back up for that $3.66 level. Now what we want to see if XRP can get back to 335. If XRP can break and hold 335, then we have a chance to go to 366. And if we break and hold 366, you could see a nasty pop to the upside as XRP goes into price discovery mode and goes towards my ultimate price target of $4 to $5, which I think will happen before 2026. I've also predicted Bitcoin accurately here for quite some time, so make sure you like and subscribe, as I have been calling these things out before they happen. So if you want to know what happens on crypto before it happens, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. But ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Bitcoin is maintaining key support, so it looks like we probably won't be having to pull back, but if we did have to pull back, we have a lot of support and a liquidity zone at about a 105 to 100K. So I would expect a strong bounce there if we did see a collapse down. But right now, it looks like Bitcoin's actually going to start pushing up towards my 125K price target here very, very soon. This was your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. We have a merch store, link down in the comment section description below. I also have a Discord as well with exclusive predictions and technicals and exclusive community. If you want to join that, go ahead and check it out. You can also check out the merch store, support the channel in a different way. I appreciate each and every one of you, because we would not have made it this far without you. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.